M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So if you've got a RETEVIS RT73 or a RADIODDITY GD-88, my one is a Kidera model 880, and you might want to add your hotspot, which looks like, most hotspots look like this. I mean, you might have a zoom spot, but it's the same process, and the dashboard to control it and to view information looks like this. So you're going to be using the Pi-Star system. Most of us will get our hotspot and ready to go. All we need to do is configure our Wi-Fi. So go to Pi-Star, and then go to the Pi-Star Wi-Fi builder. And in this section here, I'll put a link in. Put the username of your home router. So let's just call it home, and then the password underneath. Say we'll call it password, and click submit. And then the SD card that is in your hotspot here, just take it out and put it in. There it is there. So in that bottom picture there, just there on the bottom left of the hotspot. Put that in, and then you'll be able to connect to the internet, and you'll get to a screen that says configuration. Hit configuration like so. The username is Pi-Star with a flat line in between. So Pi-Star, and then underneath it's Raspberry. You'll end up with this screen. It's going to ask you for your mode at first. Put in DMR mode, and then come down, put your call sign, put your DMR number and the frequency that you're going to use on the radio for your hotspot. Keep going down, and then you're going to need to choose the type of hat you've got. Now mine is not the common one, so we'll go down. The one that most people have is this one here, STM, DVM, MMDVM, HS, Raspberry Pi Hat, GPIO, sorry, that's the one that pretty sure most people have. So put the one down for the model of hat you've got. I've selected Brandmeister. Further down, DMR configuration, Brandmeister 2341, and you'll need your password for Brandmeister. Go to Brandmeister, create your account, log in, and you need a self-care password like so, and you just click on your name. There's my name there. Click self-care, and down here it says hotspot security. Put in a password there and save it, and you've done your Brandmeister bit. So now we're over to the code plug of the radio. So open up your RETEVIS RADIODDITY or Kidera code plug, and here it is here, and you're going to need to add a channel. So click open up your zones. Obviously hopefully you've already put in your call sign and DMR number here under basic parameters. Change the timeout, that's the one you want to change to a higher figure. It doesn't time out. I don't think I had to do anything else. The rest I ignored. I mean, when it's connected it will give the device info, but it doesn't really change the settings. So then click zone, and you're going to see some channels. If you've never created a channel, when you click my channel here, this list that I've got of all my channels, you might just have one at the top. So let's go by the one I've put in for my hotspot. So here it is here. We've got number one, channel number one. We've got digital. You can do digital or analog. Then we've got TG. I want it to join to TG91 when I PTT. A common one to put in is talk group 9, and then you can use other ways of connecting. So, but TG91 for now. Call sign frequency is 431.550, and it will carry that across. Now if you've got a dual hat, they will be different, and if you're programming a repeater, then these will be the input and output of your repeater. I've got it on low power because it's in my house. I haven't touched the alarms, they're all off at the moment. Ignore PCT. Then we got receive time slot and transmit time slot, and I've just got them to on with a hotspot. With a dual hat I find you do have to use slot 1 or 2, but with a normal single hat you need to use on or it doesn't work. I've got color code 1. If it was a repeater it would probably be 3. I've got that on RX and TX. and then the important one is having a contact. So if you need to create contact, go back here on the left and look for the word contact here. There's contact, and click plus, and then contact list for now. Contacts are basically your talk group numbers, so click that, and then we're going to use 91. See, and every time you add one, you just click add at the top here, go to the bottom of the list, and let's call it worldwide 2. So we'll go worldwide 2, and we'll call it 92. That's just for practice, yeah, 92. And you want group call. If you're going to create something like disconnect, like 4,000, then use private call. But generally, all talk groups are a group call. So once you've got that, then that will become a selectable in your channel. So go back to channel. Now there are lots of little windows here that you can go back to, or just click channel if you want to go back. So anyway, so you have windows within windows on this code plug. Go back to the top, and we're going to go across, and we're going to we're looking at the top for contact. So you have to move the slider here along the bottom to see it, and eventually there it is there. Contact at the top here, and the top one says world already because I selected worldwide. But if you did select it, we could select number 92 that we just put in, which we called WW2. See that there? But anyway, we'll keep it worldwide because that's what it is. And then, so once you've created your channel and you know what zone it's in, if we double click zone, you can add more zones. So I've called my zone my channel, and I've called another one analog. You could add another one. You could name that PMR. There's another zone. So when you click zones and click PMR, you could start adding PMR frequencies here if you wanted to, and they will be in a separate zone. So every time you push the zone change button on these radios, you will go into that group of channels. So imagine that each zone is a group of channels. So let's say you've decided to have 10 channels per zone. So my channel will have 10, analog will have 10, PMR will have 10. It's up to you. There's more advanced configuration to this regarding contacts, your CSV file and things like that. For example, like ham contacts, that would be a CSV file, and I need to load one on this. And then you've got ham groups as well. So that would be like, say, a repeater, for example, GB7FI would have a group of channels. So within that, you'd have different settings. So anyway, now all you do now, if we go back to my channel, look again, this channel, it's just now you just write that to the radio. And that's how you've configured it on the actual, using the code plug. You've got your hotspot in there now. And when you turn the radio on and you've got it here, like so, we've set the top button here to be the zone changer. You can see there's activity there already. Let's come away from the activity. Now, if you look at the little home button here, it says the little home and a 01. Every time we push our button here, we're changing zones. So when you're on zone 1, then we want to select Pi Star 91, which is where my hotspot was. So when we turn it up, there you go. You can now, listen and PTT as well. And when it comes to it's the same for the RT73. You just go into menu. You can set a button to change zones if you want, or go to menu and it says, look, zone channel, select zone channel, and then we find my channel that we created, select that, and look, we can select where we want it to go. Let's just say talk group 91, select, and look, talk group 91, and if we turn up the volume, there you go. Now there is a manual configuration way of doing this. Just see if I can show you that. So what you do, you hold down, well, you want to get it into Vfo mode. So hold down the bottom button, like so, the red button. We need to get away from this activity because it stops us from being able to do this. Let's move that away. So hold down the red button here, and it will get you whether you're in A or B. Now the way you select A or B is you've got this button here, and you've got the word control, and you go down and up. Same goes for the PTT. But when you hold down the PTT red thing here, it gets you into Vfo mode. If we hold it down again, put the control down there. There you are, it's back in zones and then memories. Hold it again, Vfo. Now when you're in Vfo mode, you can hold down this top button and it gets you into channel entry mode. So it's almost like a manual dial, but you have to put in all the parameters. So I know it's not the clearest video, but you can see that at the top it says digital. So you would select digital or analog just by going up and down, and then select it again, then go down. Every time you change, it goes purple. You don't need to change the step. Put in the frequency of your hotspot on the receive and transmit. So if it's a repeater, that will be different. But if it's simplex, you can even select power. Let's move that away a minute. When there's activity, it does bring you back to this screen. So let's do it again. Hold down this button. Wrong one. Top button. There you are. Back in the list. So keep going down. Receive. There's your slot there. Now I've left it on off at the moment because we're on simplex. You could be choosing slot 1 and 2. Color code, hit that. Nearly always 1. 3 for a repeater tends to be. TX color code, again you can change that. Ignore that. Input, ignore that. Ignore groups for now. And encode, that will be for an analog channel. And hit this, which is your contact number, so you want that to be 91 as well. These are all the different contacts you've already created. Our worldwide is 91, so select and then save to Vfo. That's it, then back out, and then now that whole channel is set up manually for you to use it via your repeater, so or a hotspot. So hopefully this helps you set things up. And analog, you just put in analog settings and you'll be covered. So 7.3, thanks for watching my channel. Catch you on air, all the best. So just a quick tip, if you can't find your hotspot, download Advanced IP Scanner. It's a free download here. I'll put the link in, and then hit scan, and look, all these different, it will find everything on your network, and I've got loads. And the one that I'm using is, let's have a look here, DV Mega is the one I'm on. There it is there. DV Mega 192.168.0.106. So that will be the IP address you put in your browser to find your hotspot. And then regarding your software, you're going to need to get the right COM port. Remember, the COM port on these can't be higher than 9. If it is, you have to change it. But anyway, device, go right click, device manager, and then double click ports. And when the radio is connected, it will show up here. If it's showing up with the wrong COM port number, you can change it. Just right click, properties, port settings, click advanced, and then let's find the right one. Advanced, yeah, and then you get the option here to change the COM port number. Look, it tells you the ones that are in use, but you need to keep it between 9 downwards with the software that I'm running. So that will help you. And then when you're on the software here, just click COM and just select it. It should select it automatically, and then you can read from the radio. And you need to read from the radio first before you start making changes, I would say. So I hope this helps you. Catch you later, 7.3, all the best.